focused on that anymore because there used to be a kind of ladder on the wall, and they used to have 30 cards in it.
Yeah,
and they used to take the card out, it would click, click when they came in, and there was a bonus, by the way, if you weren't late.
Right.
So after 10 minutes late, and at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, if you were on time, essentially, with a tolerance of about 10 minutes, you got a bonus. So the focus was on time, and we needed to change that focus. And so we've taken the machine off the wall, but now we've got to free it up a bit more. And so we really didn't spend much time focusing on the time element of the business at all. No record of time kept, paid not for time anymore. So that's quite a hard thing to do. So what are you paying for?
Were people turning up late because it didn't cost them?
Do you know we didn't measure it?
Didn't measure it.
Didn't even measure it, as long as they've done their work by 5.
But there's quite a lot of social pressure though, because if you remember, we've still got a daisy chain of an operation. So if somebody didn't pitch up and do their bit, then they wouldn't get
it. Affects somebody else,
and then the experiment would have been called off.
So the next thing we did was integrate.
No, the next thing we did was an output bonus.
Okay, you want to? Yeah, that's fine.
So as I said, the productivity went up and plateaued because they're going home at 5 o'clock. But our whole reason for doing this was because we had this big backlog and customers were upset. So we said, right, so we are going to give a bonus now in order to wipe out that backlog. So if we could catch up...
The backlog bonus,
you get even more money, even though you're only working till 5.
So this is quite a scary thing to be doing, because you're paying out more money again for this experiment.
We are, but we're actually getting more money in. So we were expecting to see an increase in turnover every month as our backlog dwindled. And we had quite a few months to go at, so this was going to be a year experiment, pulling back our backlog until we were on time with everything, and share the money we were getting in, because our costs were
great. So you did that and it worked.
Well, I want to add something here, because in order to give them the sense that they were responsible for it, we had to integrate more so they could control more, for instance, stock control. So we broke the stores down, eventually, and then integrated all the stock in the stores into their cells, so it was now in front of them. There's a story about that, but we'll discuss that some other time. But when we did that, they then felt more control, gave them more responsibility. Okay, so there's not just changing the way you reward people and the bonus scheme, let's call it. There's actually other things you've got to do in terms of the rule set that you have to do more integrative stuff, or from the perspective of management, more devolving. You have to keep devolving down.
But you could have just done the bonus on its own, and that would still probably, they would have found ways, but there are just not so many ways they can find. Because they don't have control of the stores. They'd be going, oh yeah, but I can't do it because of bloody stores, or purchasing haven't given me the...
Perfect.
You know,
so what was...
So you pay me the bonus anyway, because it wasn't my fault.